What's up, guys? This is ShadowsEnigma giving you another video. This time I'm going to address a level of ignorance amongst streamers. Okay, most streamers. I'm not going to say all streamers, but most streamers. And which it's ignorance, but it's really not at the same time. So that's why I say it's a level of ignorance. But yeah, I'm going to explain this level of ignorance to you, okay? Once somebody reaches a high amount of subscribers, and they have these open chats for people that have these, like open comment chats, live chats, whatever you want to call them. Once they hit a certain amount of subscribers, they want to make the goal to where, they can make a join, like, membership type of deal. Which it kind of isolates the people who can't afford even a simple $5, $2, whatever, compared to, people that can obviously afford it. Okay, and once they hit that level, then they start saying, okay, well, members only can type in live chat, and it's like, well, what about the people that that have been loyal to you for so long, that helped you grow, that helped you become this big streamer slash YouTuber slash whatever, followership, whatever? What about those guys that that really can't afford the extra buck or two, or five, that helped you become this big YouTuber? Okay, like for example, I'm a very small YouTuber. Okay, the way the way I make videos and the way I react to stuff is different from other people. Okay, most of it's complaining, which it could be given negative vibes, but at the same time, it's really not a negative vibe, because there are guns in certain games, or certain things that are in a game that are broken, that are unbalanced and unfair, and people do depend on those things. And it's best that somebody addresses these issues. That way, the game can become more balanced, more fair for other people who who do not want to depend on such broken stuff, or broken guns, or broken items in a game to play the game and have fun, or to just get camos for, like, Call of Duty, for example. Those type of things make a huge difference. Okay, but like I was saying, because right now I'm going for AR camos. I'm literally like 8 or 9 detected kills away from getting gold on my Krieg, which will unlock diamond for ARs, and then I'm going to SMGs and whatnot. But yeah, there's that. But yeah, going back to what I was trying to say, once the level of ignorance is, okay, you're ignoring the people who can't afford it, but yet you're supporting the fact that people enjoy your content, or like your content, or whatnot, and you're also you're a big YouTuber, and you really, honestly, having a bunch of comments and in a certain video or a certain stream, you're not going to be able to read all those as much as you'd like to. I get that, but at the same time, you're not even trying to point out some serious comments, or serious live chat responses. Some that are that make a good point, or make or a really good question, and I'm not saying mine in particular. I mean, there's sometimes I wish to be addressed, especially when it comes to those certain questions, but it's more like, oh, they read it, and move on, because I'm not donating to them. I'm not buying any of their stuff. I'm not joining their club, their memberships or whatever. And there's a good reason for that, because I simply can't afford it. Honestly, I would rather support the family that I have than buy a bunch of stuff on the internet. Like, honestly. And on the side, if I want to become a streamer someday, then I have to find the content that I would really enjoy that would put up on stream or video when I get to that point, that people are really going to enjoy as well. But that's beside the point, like. But that level of ignorance is it's one thing. Another thing of ignorance is when somebody like if you're gonna look through your live chat and just read a bunch of comments, and you only address the ones that donate to you, that tells me that you really appreciate the donation. But at the same time, you're only recognizing those people who are giving you money, okay? Who are giving you money, but are not loyal to you. Like, they could have went in your stream just that day, that same day, and they donate to you, and you only address that person because they donate to you. And I think that's not fair to everybody who's been loyal to you. And I'm not saying who or what, but as of yesterday, let's just say I got to live stream, and with somebody I really enjoyed. I'm not gonna discriminate on their name. I'm not gonna mention them, because in this particular video, it could be counted as discriminating on them, and I'm not gonna go that far with that. I don't want to sound like I'm discriminating on anybody. As a matter of fact, I'm very calm right now, and. Yeah, so but like if you're gonna just point out somebody, like, or people that donate to you or buy your merchandise or whatever, and the people that have watched you grow for like the longest time, since like subscriber 1 or 200K or or whatever, and they've been a part of your channel and watched your content for so many months, so many years, so many weeks, whatever, for the longest time. And you're only going to address people who donate to you or buy your merchandise. I mean, that's kind of discriminate towards the people who supported you for the longest time. And then you say, "Well, I want to thank all y'all for supporting me and blah blah blah." I mean, yeah, that's a level of appreciation, but that's also a level of ignorance as well, because you're not, like, when it comes to serious comments or serious live chat from people. Like myself, I brought up the question, well, I mean, what's going to happen if you make this membership deal, and the people that have watched you grow from like subscriber 1 or 200K subscribers, and you hit 1 million, what's gonna happen to that? What's gonna happen to that loyalty? That just tells people that just shows that you only care about the people who donate to you. And give you merch or buy your merch or whatever, and when they ask you a serious, and they want to ask you a serious question while you're live, so that way you can react to it right then and there or answer it right then and there, you can't do that because you have the membership only live chat crap. Just because people can't afford it, you really shouldn't diss on them. You really shouldn't discriminate on them or hate on them because they don't have the extra $2 to $5 or $20, whatever, to join your membership so that they can read your comments, so they can read your live chat. I mean, that's not right. That's not right at all. And like, if I want to, like, as far as Instagram or any of that stuff, I don't use that stuff. I don't use Instagram. I don't use TikTok. I don't use any of that stuff because, for one, I have no time to manage all that, and two, like, to me, having a bunch of electronic stuff or electronic apps on a phone or tablet or whatever, or it's just a waste of time for me. I don't want to have to go on the internet on Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge or whatever, and go to different websites and manage all that stuff, because that's, especially when my computer can't even maintain all that. It's not exactly a gaming laptop right now, but it's not exactly, and I try to be as honest as I can be. And when I can't be 100% honest, it bothers me. It really does. Like, because I know I say I was going to do something, and I did not deliver on that, and it turns me into a liar, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And, so, like, when I ask, people to understand this type of stuff, I really mean it. I want y'all to understand, just exactly what people go through, especially during this pandemic. We're at the end of it, technically, but still, I mean, the people who really can't afford it, I mean, even after stimulus checks, especially when you got a family of 3-4 kids, and you got to support those kids more, and your spouse more than yourself. I mean, that makes sense. That makes a whole lot of sense. And a lot of people don't understand that. Some people do, and those are the people that you really should be paying attention to, or the people that are trying to understand certain things and whatnot. Okay. Now, in Call of Duty, I've had people want me to follow their Instagram or whatever, and it's like, man, you want me to follow your Instagram, but you're being really snotty right now. You expect me to follow somebody who's really snotty? Do you expect me to believe that? You expect me to follow you if you're going to be snotty with me? No, I'm not. No, I'm not going to follow you if you're going to be snotty with me. No way. No way. In what world? In what world would I follow somebody who's snotty or rude? No. If you're going to be rude to me, or if you're going to have somebody that's on your friends list or some of your moderators come and test me out, and you're not going to do it yourself, I think to me that's cowardly. Why would you do that? Why would you send somebody else to do your work? Like, that's kind of messed up. That's like saying, that's like you going to having somebody like a plumber or something, and you hire a plumber to fix your pipes, but instead of the plumber coming, the actual plumber, he sends somebody with little to no experience, without supervision, and expects him to do the job correctly, and he has not been trained yet completely. That's how dumb that is. I mean, that's a poor example, but that's literally what it is. Okay, and I don't think that's right. If you're gonna send somebody to do a job, then maybe you should be there to make sure that they're doing it right, especially if you hired them, or whatever. Another level of ignorance is when, which I have not witnessed this yet, but if somebody donates to you, on purpose anyway, if somebody donates to you, and and you completely blow them off. Okay, I have never seen that yet, but that kind of ignorance, it doesn't exist yet. I guarantee there's somebody out there that has done this on accident, but not intentionally. Accidents can be forgiven, and whatnot. As far as Call of Duty is concerned, Call of Duty is getting better. The way, like, it's getting better. It's probably because I'm being positive with it more than I am than normally, but at the same time, it's also, it also depends on the lobby and how they react and who you surround yourself with, and another thing I want to address is when somebody says, whether if it's about you or not, if somebody says, well, nobody cares about what you have to say or what you have to type, and it's like, you know what, man, I have plenty of people that care about me and what I have to say and what I leave comments about. It's called my family, and whether you have a family or not, hopefully you have some family, but that because you're going to want to surround. There's going to be times where you're going to be down and out, and there's going to be times where you're going to need your family's support more than anything, and you're going to be surrounded by people who love you, and not by people who despise you or completely ignore you or treat you like crap. That happens a lot, and especially me especially. I'm not trying to throw that out there, pitch myself in that, but that's exactly what happens. I'll use myself as an example. That way nobody gets offended, okay? When it comes to certain things, yeah, I get treated like crap. I get treated like, like I'm being ignored and not acknowledged. But I'm surrounded by people who love me, and I'm surrounded by people who care about me and care what I have to say and care what I have to do, and even comment on. And that means a lot to me. And I'm not going to let somebody over the internet judge me because of that. I'm not going to phase that. That doesn't really phase me, because they're wrong. They're absolutely wrong. And basically what I'm trying to say is, who do you think you are to judge somebody like that just because you're a big streamer or a big YouTuber or a big whatever, who do you think you are? You're somebody, but at the same time you're nobody, because you're only somebody because of the live stream that you put up or the content you put out there. But the only people that really should mean anything to you, honestly, is the people who care about you and the people who support you. Not because of donations, not because of, buying your merchandise or whatever, but because the people that are there with you, that care about you, that want you to succeed, that want to be around you, that love you for who you are, or understand you for who you are, and not judge you by your appearance or the way you talk or the way you dress or the way or whatever. People who do not judge you for your appearance, but the people that understand the people that understand you are the ones that or understand what you're going through are the ones that you should care about, that you should acknowledge. And don't get me wrong, there's times even where my back hurts, but I'm trying different things to help that. I don't want to have to go straight to a chiropractor if I don't have to. They got heating pads out there in the world that you can try out. As a matter of fact, we got a heating pad out there in the living room, and the first time I used it, it felt so good to me. Like, it really helped. And I may have mentioned this in a past video, but if you haven't known me that long, I have an extra bone in my spine that's about the size of a softball. It's about that round. I mean, it doesn't look very big because of the camera, but I tell you, it's just a little bit bigger than a softball. And most people in their back spines have 6 bones, where I have 7, and even had the X-ray done to prove it. So, I mean, that's where my back pain comes from. It's because of my lower back, and that's it helps to have that heating pad, which has a built-in massager, which cost like $50 at Rite Aid, which was worth it. But yeah, as far as content is concerned, I mean, hopefully you guys enjoy this content until further notice. It might take, it could be whenever, honestly. It could be whenever. There's times where I want to just give up on it, and then there's other times where, it's just, I can't give up yet. So, right now, I'm kind of caught in between. And hopefully this advice helped you guys. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, there's a level of ignorance out there, and if you're feeling like you're being ignored at all, like I have been. Maybe it's time you should just move on. Move on to better things. People, and go for people that won't ignore you. And even if that means unsubscribing to somebody, even if that means blowing their content off, whatever you have to do. But if you're subscribed to me and you feel like you're being ignored, move on. I don't want you to feel like you're being ignored. I don't want you to go through what I've been through. I don't want anybody to go through what I've been through. I want a better life for everybody. So, hopefully, this helped you guys out. Leave a like, subscribe, comment if you wish to do so. This one was really heartfelt. This video was really heartfelt, and I spoke a lot of feeling. Whether you want to address it or not, whether you want to believe it or not, is up to you. But this was really, I meant this. I meant every word. So, you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, leave a comment, subscribe, like, hit that bell notification. And hopefully this kind of deal helped you out. Peace.